Have you ever looked at your life and felt like you're just drifting, waking up each day with no clear purpose? Going through the motions but feeling completely disconnected from yourself? You're not alone. This feeling of being lost is one of the most common experiences in modern life, and yet, it's one of the least talked about because it doesn't always look dramatic. It's quiet, it creeps in slowly. You don't suddenly break down, you just slowly stop caring, stop dreaming, stop believing that you have a place in the world. You might have a job, a degree, friends, even a family, but still feel like you're just surviving, not living. So what's really going on? Why do we feel so disconnected, so lost, so unsure of who we are and where we're going? To understand this, we need to go deeper. Let's start here. You weren't born feeling lost. As a child, you had curiosity. You asked questions. You played. You imagined. You felt alive in every moment. So what changed? Conditioning. Over time, you were taught how to be, taught what was acceptable, taught what success should look like, what goals to chase, what emotions to hide, what parts of yourself were too much or not enough. And slowly you began to abandon your true self, not all at once but piece by piece. Maybe you chose a career path not because you loved it, but because it seemed safe. Maybe you stayed in a relationship not because it fulfilled you, but because it made sense on paper. Maybe you kept saying yes when you wanted to scream no, and every time you betrayed that inner voice, you lost a little more of yourself. Until one day you wake up and wonder, who am I really? And what am I doing with my life? That's the moment of awakening. It's painful, but it's powerful, because feeling lost isn't the end, it's the beginning. It's your soul trying to get your attention. It's your intuition pulling you back to yourself. It's your heart saying, this isn't who we are. But here's the problem. Most people don't know what to do when they feel lost, so they numb, scroll endlessly, binge watch, overeat, drink, distract, until the feeling fades. But it doesn't go away, it just waits. Because you can't outrun the truth, you can only avoid it for so long. And that truth is, you are not living in alignment with who you really are. You are living someone else's version of life. Someone else's definition of success, someone else's expectations. So what do you do? How do you find your way back? It starts with honesty. You have to stop lying to yourself. Stop pretending everything is fine. Stop pretending you don't care. Stop telling yourself it's too late or too hard. Because deep down, you know the truth. You've just been afraid to face it. But you can't heal what you won't face, you can't change what you won't admit. So ask yourself, where in your life are you out of alignment? What decisions have you made out of fear instead of love? Where are you shrinking to fit into someone else's box? It's time to come back to yourself, not the version you show the world, but the real you, the one who dreams, the one who feels deeply, the one who knows what they want, even if they've buried it under years of noise. This is not about quitting your job or moving to another country, unless that's what your soul is calling for. It's about reconnecting, realigning, remembering who you are. And to do that, you must begin listening again. Listening to your curiosity, to your intuition, to your longing, because the path isn't out there somewhere, it's inside you. It's always been, but you've been too busy, too distracted, too afraid to hear it. So start small. Spend time in silence, journal, walk without your phone. Ask yourself deeper questions. What excites you? What drains you? When do you feel most like yourself? These moments will guide you. You won't figure it all out at once, but you'll start to feel again, to care again, to hope again. And that's how you know you're finding your way back. Not to the life others expect, but to the life you were born for. So now you know why you feel lost. You understand that the disconnection is not your fault. It's the result of years, of noise, of trying to fit into molds that were never made for you. But knowing that isn't enough, you want to move forward, to stop drifting, to stop waking up with a pit in your stomach, and start building a life that actually feels like yours. So where do you begin? Let's break it down, not with fluffy advice, but with practical, honest steps that can guide you back to your path. Step 1 is this: redefine what having a path means. Most people believe a life path is a single road, linear, clear, predictable. You study this, then get that job, then get promoted, then retire, and that's life. But that's a lie. Life is not linear. It's full of turns, of backtracking, of dead ends and unexpected opportunities. Sometimes the wrong direction is exactly what you need to wake up. So instead of searching for the path, focus on your alignment. Ask yourself daily, am I moving toward what feels true to me? Or am I just doing what I think I should? This small shift changes everything because it gives you permission to explore, to pivot, to learn, to follow your energy instead of your fear. The second step: reconnect with your values. You might think you know what you value, but chances are you're living by someone else's script. Sit down and get brutally honest. What do you truly value? Freedom, creativity, security, adventure, impact, peace. Now compare that to your current lifestyle. If you say you value freedom, but you've built a life full of obligations and constraints, of course you'll feel lost. Because you've built a house that your soul doesn't want to live in. You can't build a meaningful life on values that aren't yours. It'll always feel off, always feel empty, even if it looks perfect on the outside. Step 3: audit your influences. You are constantly being shaped by what you consume, the voices you hear, the content you watch, the people you surround yourself with. If you spend hours on social media watching highlight reels of other people's lives, of course you'll feel like you're behind, like you're failing, like your life is meaningless. But that's not the truth. It's the algorithm's illusion. So be intentional. Clean up your digital space, unfollow what drains you, follow what inspires you. Curate your inputs like your peace depends on it, because it does. You can't find yourself in the middle of constant comparison. You need stillness, space, silence, to hear your own voice again. Step 4: start creating again. Most people don't realize this, but creating is how you return to yourself. When you create anything, a journal entry, a sketch, a piece of music, a video, a meal, you connect with your intuition. You let something move through you. You express what words often fail to say. You don't need to be an artist. You just need to make things that didn't exist before. Because in doing so, you make yourself visible again. To yourself, you remind yourself that you are alive, that you are not just a consumer, not just a worker, not just a role. You are a soul, and souls are made to create. Step 5: get comfortable being misunderstood. This is a big one. The reason so many people stay stuck is because they're afraid of what others will think, afraid to be judged, afraid to disappoint. So they stay quiet, stay small, keep pretending. But the truth is, the more you align with your real self, the more you'll confuse the people who only knew the mask. And that's okay. You are not here to be understood by everyone. You are here to live your truth, even if that truth makes others uncomfortable. Freedom comes the moment you stop living for approval and start living for authenticity. Step 6: take imperfect action. A lot of people wait for clarity, for confidence, for the perfect plan. But clarity comes from movement. Confidence comes from doing, not thinking. If you feel drawn to something, a project, a topic, a lifestyle shift, don't wait for permission. Just start. Start messy, start scared, start unsure, because motion creates momentum, and momentum changes everything. Even a small step in the right direction feels better than standing still in a life that's wrong for you. Step 7: surround yourself with truth-tellers. You don't need cheerleaders. You need people who see your soul, who challenge your excuses, who remind you of who you are when you forget. Even if it's just one person, that kind of connection can anchor you, pull you back when you drift, hold you up when you fall. And if you don't have those people yet, be that person for yourself first. show up for you, keep promises to you. Speak truth to yourself in the mirror every single day. Finally, step 8. Trust the timing of your life. This one is the hardest, because we want control. We want answers, we want guarantees. But life doesn't work that way. And deep down you know that. You're not behind, you're not late. You're exactly where you need to be to learn what you need to learn, to become who you were meant to become. Every experience, even the painful ones, especially the painful ones, are part of your path, part of your becoming. So breathe, surrender, let go of the timeline, and trust that you are being guided, not by fear, but by something wiser, quieter, deeper. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to take the next honest step, and then the next, and then the next. And slowly the fog lifts, the weight eases, the path appears not because it was missing, but because you finally remembered where to look inside.